We're live! Hello! Hello, everybody. I've been seeing a lot of the comments pop in while we were catching up a little bit behind the scenes. We're finally here. I'm joined today by Steph from Stephanie Bookish and Yasmin from Yasmin Be Readin'. I love your little, like, where you're showing your name and you're like, that's me. That's who I am. So we're going to be doing some reading sprints today. So welcome. If you don't know Steph and Yasmin, I have their channels also linked in the description, so please check them out. But we're going to be doing reading sprints. If you've never done a reading sprint, you pretty much just pick a book and you read it during some dedicated quiet time that we have, and then we come back afterwards and just chat in between, and you can pick anything that you want to read. Today, I think we're all reading the same book. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. I forgot to grab it, but it is Elantris.
Steph had to ruin it.
we were so cute being like,
Okay, we're ready now. Except I'm ruining it now with my different edition.
Oh, you held yours up and I was like, that's so cute. I wish
I like those editions.
The American editions are quite funky. In a good way, I think.
They're okay. They're your classic, this is a sci-fi book from
written by a white man. That's what's giving, a white man.
Yeah. A white guy wrote this sci-fi book and this is what it looks like.
I actually never studied this cover and it's giving Dracula.
Is it? Oh wait,
look at
right.
that guy.
Yeah, this guy right here. This fella?
What's he? It is giving big vampire energy.
Mm-hmm.
I never noticed him before. I literally have only ever seen the girl.
Yeah.
It's right there. Actually, for the most part, I never really looked at this cover until recently when I was like, should I put this on the thumbnail? I don't know. I don't want to discourage people from reading other books.
City in the background. Never even noticed that either.
Yeah, I just thought it was like a big green, like, vegetable garden. Or I don't know what it is, but I was like, it's something green. Doesn't matter. I'll figure it out when I read it. Yeah.
I'm just really excited for that 10,000 words of bonus content. Thank God for that.
What?
10,000? Wait, 10,000 words of bonus content?
Yeah, he's using bonus
Guys, 10,000 is I finally decided to finish the book. What do you mean 10,000? That is a book. That's a novella. How long is your book?
Mine?
I guess all of them. I want to do some polling.
Mine is 5. I think I have the bonus content too,
I have Mistborn bonus content.
I have 508 deleted scenes as well. 580 pages.
What? Technically more than mine, but I think mine's taller, so mine's 555. But like it's the tall boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next to your face, so I have a little bit of a.
Yeah, like next to the
is your one doesn't.
Mine's teeny. Mine's like almost like a mass market paperback, like a small.
It's quite skinny as well. Like it doesn't look that thick. Maybe the pages are just really thin.
I think it's funny because what I'm assuming they're saying is 10,000 extra things of bonus content is not actually. It's a deleted scene.
Maybe just keep it deleted. Like I genuinely don't know why that would be necessary.
Yeah, keep them deleted.
We're starting this with the right energy.
Brandon, keep it in the drafts. Actually, I don't want to hear it.
Keep this deleted, please.
But I have a backup book. I'm reading Icebreaker. Yeah, that cover is deceptive. That it is so smutty. Like,
wait, is Icebreaker the one? I don't know the author, but she has that other book that's like a pink cover.
Yeah, Wildfire.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the same author, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same author.
Anna Grace.
Yes, that's right.
The cover is just deceptively cute.
Because it looked very cute, and I think my hold for Wildfire came in many, many months ago, and I just was like, I don't feel like reading something so like fluffy and like whatever right now. I'll come back to it later.
Fluffy is not the word.
Did I know?
It's very smutty, isn't it?
So like literally every other page.
That's
like,
why I was worried.
I've never read this much smut in my entire life. Like I thought I'd built up my tolerance at this point, but
no.
Yeah.
Since I read a lot of the like slow burn, small town stuff, like my tolerance is lower than I thought. Well, I don't know. Some fantasy romances, there's a lot.
Well, yeah, because also I feel like in fantasy romances, they're more likely to have like different anatomy for sex specifically, you know, where it's like, oh, he's got an extra one or something.
Extra one.
I did read Ice Planet Barbarian, so I don't really know what I mean. I guess I do read. It's just that it's so much easier to skim it in a fantasy romance because it's not like pivotal to the plot, really. So it's easier.
That time I got drunk and saved the demon. That was quite smarty. But then I guess you kind of expect it.
Yeah.
But this like is supposed to be like a little cute romance, you know? Like I mean, I expected some smut, but just not on this level.
I do have Wildfire actually, so now I'm a little nervous.
Have you read Icebreaker?
No. Somebody gifted me Wildfire, so I could just read it. Do you think you have to read it in order? Because I know they like it's in the same probably group of friends or whatever.
Actually have. Oh, I wonder who it is. I wonder if it's Henry. I think personally, I don't think you're gonna like Icebreaker because it's just like full of smart and it's not cozy. Like it doesn't feel like cute, you know. But I'm interested to see what you think.
Yeah.
You know what I am reading soon is Done and Dusted.
Oh.
Wait, what is that?
It's this one.
Done and Dusted.
Yeah, isn't this such a cute cover?
Yeah.
Wait, I like that cover.
Yeah.
It's very cute. It's
have you seen the cover for the second book?
No.
I don't even know this book. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then the third book. Oh my god, no! You need to give me updates because it's not like it's not like it's my favorite romance in the whole entire world, but the smut in here is actually
Okay.
Good stuff. Okay. And it's so cozy as well. Like I'm just very into it. Like I love it. Good time.
I will add to read.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Nikki. Nikki said you don't have to read them in order.
What for the Hannah Grace books?
Yeah.
I wonder what it is about.
Oh man, I really got to catch up on comments.
In the same uni, and that's it. Yeah.
Oof. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Very, very good. Oh my gosh.
And Swift and Saddle as well. Yeah.
Swift and Saddle.
I'm gonna look this up.
It's stunning.
Oh my god. There she is.
But isn't it so good?
It's
like
so cute.
Yeah. So I like that one.
Yeah.
It's very
Once
like
you read the first
golden.
book, once you read the first book, you're gonna realize the characters that are gonna have their third book, and that is like I'm counting down the days. Like I can't wait for the third book.
I hope it delivers for you because I love the Bright Falls series, which is like Delilah Green doesn't care, Astrid Parker doesn't fail. And the Iris Kelly one, like I was so excited for Iris Kelly because she's such a funny character, and like I've always really liked her as a presence in these books.
I already know what you're gonna say about this book, and I agree. It
just was not as good, and she just didn't feel like the same character that you meet. And I get it, like she's going through this whole emotional roller coaster, but I don't know. I just did, and I didn't connect to Stevie, which was funny because I thought
the same exact thing where I was like, wait, a kid with generalized anxiety disorder who's super into musicals and like performing or whatever, and like is like in the little like gay coven with like all the friends or whatever. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great, whatever. And then the whole time I was like, why do I kind of feel like both of these characters are sort of annoying?
Yes.
And I don't want to hang out with them. Like,
that's so disappointing. Is it sapphic?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of the books are sapphic romances, which is very fun. And they're all like different sexualities, because I think Stevie is a lesbian and Iris is bisexual in this like third book. In the first book, the protagonists are also like bisexual and lesbian, and then in the second one, I think they might both be bisexual. Maybe.
Oh, I don't know if Jordan is bi. I thought she was lesbian, but you might be right. But
she might also be.
But I really liked Astrid. I was surprised at how much I like Astrid because I didn't like Astrid in Delilah Green, but she was
such a bitch in the first book. Yeah. And I was like, wow, what an asshole. I don't even know if I want to read her romance or whatever. Yeah. But then I just liked it. So even the beginning of it opened up with her being an asshole. And I was like, I'm still really into this. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think also the fact that it's like a later in life coming out story was really cool to have because you don't see it very often.
Yeah. And it also was the whole like discovery of like, what do you really want to do? The pressures of family and like a lot of other themes outside of just purely the romance, which I feel like Ashley Herring Blake does so well. My little story about Ashley Herring Blake is Jess from Books Past Bedtime was like, hey, do you want to come to an author event with me in New York? Because I accidentally bought like an extra ticket to go see Ashley Herring Blake. Do you want to come? And I was like, sure. When is it? And also, who is that? So she like gave me the date, and then I just read as much Ashley Herring Blake as I could before that event, so that I got to meet her. I wouldn't just be like, "Hi, like thanks, like whatever." Like I wanted to like know what was going on. Because also we received.
Right?
She what?
Or when she tests you, when she meets you.
Yeah, I was expecting.
You never know.
Because also I knew they were going to talk about the book. It was an author chat between Ashley Herring Blake and Casey McQuiston. So they were going to like talk about whatever was going on, and they talked about Iris Kelly Doesn't Date, which everybody got a copy of, and I was like, I can't get the third book in a series and have like no idea what's going on or whatever. So I like caught all the way up, and then everyone was talking about like, this is going to be the best one. I loved it so much. Blah, blah, blah. And then like actually Ashley Herring Blake was talking about how much she relates to Astrid, and that like that one's her favorite book, and like it was just like a great author talk and everything, and I was so excited about it. I started reading it in October, put it down for a while, and I just finished it recently, and I was like, man, I am a little disappointed, to be honest. Like, I'm glad I finished the series and everything, but I don't know.
I think the other thing about it is it all depends on if you are someone who likes to read meta things, because it felt so meta, just that Iris was writing a romance novel, and you could tell that Ashley was like referring back to Delilah Green and Astrid, but like without actually doing that. And so it was just like, I don't really like pop culture things anyway.
That sounds like a hard thing to get right.
Yeah. Well, and I don't love pop culture references, and I don't love like that, oh, it's really meta, and we're talking about writing a romance book while you're reading a romance book. And I'm like, yeah, that's fun for you probably to write.
But it worked in Beach Read. It worked in Beach Read, I will say.
Okay, yeah.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I felt like it was just, I don't know if it's just like my brain has been so warped from like, I don't know, being on Twitter and like when people are like, that's stealing or something. But I was like, is she just like stealing the ideas of like what they're doing and being like, now I make it a book. And now I like, I don't know, like stealing is probably the wrong word, but basically like if Stevie's taking her on dates and stuff, and then she just like wrote about basically like the dates and just changed the characters and then like published it and made a lot of money. I was like, where's also like the stuff you wrote about though? That's like your original thought. Like, I don't know. I just felt like it was just sort of like, now that I've been on some nice dates, I can just write those down, and now I'm done, and now I'm going on a book tour or like whatever it was. In the end, like I don't want to spoil the book too much and like talk too much about it, but I don't know. I guess in that way of like the self-referential thing, there's that element of like the meta, like fourth wall breaking, but there's also the other element of like, what are you doing? Like, where is the authorship of the other stuff? Because when the book started, she was like, I have nothing written for my next book. And then by the end of them going on like a few dates, she was like, I wrote the whole thing. And I was like, that's great. But I just feel like, I don't know. But at the same time, I feel like if Ashley Herring Blake was like, now I'm going to read you some inserts from her book, I'd be like, I don't want that. So I don't know. Like, I won't be happy. I don't know. So it's okay. I still really like the first two books, though. They were great.
Okay, well, I need to read those too.
I think you'll enjoy them because they have that cozy small town vibe, and it's like in Portland, so it's, you know, kind of moody.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if you like, because the second one, I didn't think I would like it, but it has like a home renovation show type thing going on, and I actually
really in Swift and Saddled as well.
Oh, really?
I love a home renovation.
Okay, so then you're gonna love Astrid.
Okay, good. Excited.
Wait, Steph, did you prefer one over the other for Astrid and Delilah?
Yeah, Delilah is my favorite, but that's because Delilah is my girlfriend.
Fully agreed.
Delilah. Okay, yeah. I need to see. I need to get one of those. Also, what
was the best? What?
No, what's HGTV?
Isn't that like home something television? What's the G stand for?
Home and Garden.
Home what?
Home and Garden.
Oh, Home and Garden. I was like home generation TV something. Home Genovation.
Home Genovation. Just a misspelling. They didn't know what to do with it.
Home Genovation. They were too embarrassed to go back and fix it. Also, I just want to quickly scroll back through comments and say hi to everybody because we've been talking a lot, but I see a lot of people who are saying hi. So I want to at least come in and say hello. So hi, Tammy. Hi, Jayla. Hello. Coming to chat shit as instructed. Very important. Pin-up cowboy mix for Done and Dusted and the sequel, I think, which is very, very cool.
Yeah.
Let me go like way back to the very beginning. Oh my god. Okay. Hello. Hello, everybody. Oh, there's so many folks that are here. I guess this is a very good time, like Sunday, when everybody wants to read and stuff.
This is great. My whole Patreon.
Thanks for coming to support, Steph. It's very important. Oh, everybody else is okay. This makes sense though, because everyone's reading Elantris for Patreon, right? Very, very good. What's after Elantris, by the way?
Mistborn.
Oh, it is Mistborn. Okay. Got you. Maybe I do need to reread Mistborn because it's been a very long time and I don't remember everything that happened, and I do want to continue. So,
Steph, did you like Mistborn?
I did. So I gave it 4 stars and I like enjoyed it, but you know how Mistborn is, it was, I don't know if it was supposed to be, but it was written kind of like a standalone because it has a conclusion and everything.
Yeah.
I just never felt like moving on. So I didn't.
Never finished. The second one's my favorite, actually. I thought it was better. The second
Well
book.
of Ascension?
Yeah,
so that's funny because I always hear mixed things. Like people out there.
Other people say it's their least favorite, but I love the political intrigue and like the relationships. That was my favorite for sure. But I think the first book I gave 4 stars. The second book I gave 4.5, I think, and then the third book I gave 4 stars. I think a lot of people love the third book. Yeah,
I hear that a lot.
It'll be exciting. Yeah, I liked the first Mistborn book a lot. I just felt like it was long, but I still liked it.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, it was long.
Yeah, I don't actually know how different they are between like Well of Ascension and Mistborn because I have 2 different like versions. Like one, like my Well of Ascension is like this size, and my Mistborn is like a big.
Big one.
It's just like not a mass market paperback. Like it's a regular size book or something.
Like the same size to me.
So
like all 3 are pretty much the same.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea where Mistborn is. I'll have to dig it out before February and find it somewhere.
I think you have time.
I have time. I don't know. I mean, my copy of Elantris is like 600 something pages. It is small, obviously, but I don't know. I mean, at least I don't have 10,000 extra words to go through of like for me. So
yeah.
Best of luck with that. I don't know.
Oh, it's the 10th anniversary author's definitive edition.
Oh, this is like what is that? Like the Justice League, like special director's cut, like Zack Snyder's like Justice League. That's this. Oh man. Hanan says I'm going to continue with Ruin of Kings.
Right? Ruin of Kings?
Huh?
What's that?
Were you reading Ruin of Kings?
Yeah, we're doing like a Discord buddy read of it, and it is very good.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think 200 pages in.
What's the
Ruin of Kings is the red cover with the dragon facing one direction? Okay. Yeah, what is that one about?
So it's very convoluted in what it's trying to be about, but I think like the basics of it is you have a main character named Kieran, and you're learning about his story through his perspective, but also this other character named Talon, and you don't know who to trust. Everyone's really unreliable, and while the story's being told, there's this unknown narrator who interjects like footnotes to correct them about things that they're saying because it's such an unreliable story. And it's really unhinged, and the characters are unhinged, and it's like over the top, and there's just so many elements happening, but you as the reader, like, you understand overall what's going on, but things like kind of slowly come together, but you don't know if that's real or not because everyone's so unreliable. It's very, it's fun. Yeah, Jonathan, Ruin of Kings is about a lot.
It's about a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I need to scroll to find. Here we are. Ruin of Kings is about a lot. There we are. Well, what can I say? Nothing, actually. Steph brings all the readers to the StreamYard. And they're like, it's better than yours. Oh yeah, I'm reading Immortality Thief. I've never read Brandy Sandy, and I probably never will read Brandy Sandy.
Fair enough.
That's totally fine. Having read the whole series, I'm living my best life having everyone trying to figure out Ruin of Kings. That is very fun. Here we go. Plan to finish Iron Flame today. Very exciting, very exciting. I have not touched Fourth Wing yet, but maybe one day soon. First or something like that. He's so funny. Oh, I just finished Elantris as I am starting Cosmere. Cool.
Nice.
Very good. You're ahead of the game for us. Ahead of the curve. I love it. I've got less than 100 pages to finish.
Nice.
Hello. Hello, hello. Oh, this comment isn't showing. Here we go. It's very fun, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, the extra content is the 10-year edition. Well, now we know about 20 minutes later the truth of what you told us 20 minutes ago.
Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Hi, Rose.
Oops. Hi, I'm almost done with my Dark Romeo. Oh, done with finish. Wait, is My Dark Romeo the name of the book?
Interesting.
My Dark Romeo. What a name. I like that name.
Oh, you don't like that name?
No, I think it's fun. I read Elantris a while back and I loved it. Hello.
That's good to know. I always hear mixed things about Elantris.
Me too.
Mixed things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should be reading Elantris, but I'm listening to Midnight is the Darkest Hour. Ooh, okay. I remember when that book came out like a couple months ago or something like that. And I think that was like a few people's like book club picks or something. So it's exciting.
Book clubby.
Yeah. Elantris wise, I feel like a lot of people have said Elantris is their favorite book in the Cosmere.
What?
I've heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. All this time I thought I thought a lot of people didn't like that one, or they thought it was the weakest.
But I know a lot of people love Mistborn too. Yeah, I know a lot of people love Mistborn, or let's see, what's the one? Stormlight Archive's first book.
Yeah, Stormlight Archive is like here for me, and then everything else is like.
It's like you could take it or leave it.
I know Jared and I were just talking about this because he's read pretty much the majority of the Cosmere, and he was like, it's hard because when you start with Way of Kings or even Mistborn, to go back to Elantris, like it's gonna feel really boring.
Yeah, I do you know I genuinely had no intention to ever read Elantris until this year. And I was like, I guess it's time. Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. But it's okay because I need to read all the books. Like I want to read the entire Cosmere, so thank you.
It's okay. You influenced us all positively. It's great.
Maybe so.
Rose is back, settling in from her trip. How are you?
Oh yeah.
It's very exciting. Where'd you go, Rose? I am out of the loop. I don't know what's going on.
She went to her sister's because her sister just had a baby.
Oh, exciting! Congrats to her. Reading the Bone Season 10th Anniversary Edition. Ooh, I think also this is another one of those. It's like 10th Anniversary Edition. Parts are rewritten by the author. Type of thing. Which I think, as far as what I've known about the Bone Season, I think is probably for the better because a lot of people say the original Bone Season was very like confusing as it was originally written. But I've seen I don't know if it's because it's the cover by because it's so beautiful, but I've seen so many people with the like new edition and stuff now.
Steph, you've read it, right?
Yeah. When I read it, I don't know, probably back in 2016 or 17, And I didn't know, because I wasn't really on BookTube or anything, I didn't know that you had to read The Pale Daughter, which is the novella, before you went into the bone season. So I went in and I was like so confused, because you feel like you're kind of just dropped into the middle of things, but some books do that, so I didn't think anything of it. And then I found out later that it's because there's this novella. So in these new 10th anniversary editions, The Pale Daughter, I think, is at the beginning of the book. So it's like added in. And then I guess she's made like significant edits to all of the books.
Wow. That's interesting. And also, she should have done that from the start. Like, why would anyone want to buy a novella before?
Well, and I don't even know if you could buy the novella. I think it was just like an version. So.
Yeah,
That seems bad. I don't know.
I mean, to be fair to her, I think she was like 16 or 17. She was really young when she published it. It was kind of like Sarah J. Maas with Throne of Glass. So I'll give her
favorite book. Your favorite book, Yasmin.
Literally my favorite book. Wow.
Nothing you could say more to make Yasmin so much less excited to read anything. Compared to Throne of Glass, and she's like, yeah, I'm out. I don't want.
Oh, they're very different. Bone Season has aliens, so.
It what? Bone Season what?
It has aliens, so.
Does it really?
It's never talked about, and I don't know why, but aliens are like a huge, prominent part of it.
I would, not have expected that one.
No. It's nothing like Priory of the
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, because Priory was so like heavy, like old school fantasy of like, it's just very like Studio Ghibli-esque in my brain of everything. And then comparing that to just like straight up like alien time, I'm like, I don't know.
I'm right in saying you, Rachel, loved it and Steph, you didn't.
What?
Priory?
Yeah.
I think you DNF'd it, Steph, because I gave it to you as a prompt for your like read it down thing, and I was like, read this, and then you were like, I can't. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I got very far into it. I got 70% into it. I'm so character driven, and I didn't connect to the characters. So it's not that it's a bad book because people love it. It's just me.
Yeah. I wish someone could just tell me if I'd love it, because I'm like, it's thick. Like, I just want to know if I'm gonna like it or not, you know?
I think you're gonna like it because I liked it.
Okay, Rachel. Of course you'd say that.
Join me. I want to read the second one, Day of Fallen Night, this year. So
that's a great cover. It's
finally time. It's very beautiful. So I'm excited about it.
Hang on. Give Elantris its flowers. It's camp.
Who's that? Yeah, okay.
God. It's not actually, but I started with Elantris, so I think of it more fondly than most people. Okay, that might be the thing of like everyone loves it because it was like the first introduction into the Cosmere or something. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making stuff up. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like I have a good chance because I haven't read that much in the Cosmere. Like, I've only read the first book in the Stormlight Archives, the first book in the Mistborn series. So I've never, like, I mean, I read Trust of the Emerald Sea or whatever, but I haven't dabbled as far as other people. So I don't have that many expectations.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, like, you're giving everything a fair chance of everything. And Elantris is a standalone, I think, which is...
He's supposed to be writing more, but currently, yeah, it is.
Okay. Well, there's appeal for me to be like, it's over.
Yeah.
I did it and it's over. Because I always have the, like, if it's anything but a book, I'll be happy to, like, start multiple things without an ending. If it's, like, a TV show or, like, whatever. But if it's a book, I'm like, well, if it's not out yet, I'm going to need to reread the entire series, so I may as well just not read it now or whatever.
Yeah.
When it's time to actually do it. But it's time. Also, I skipped over this real quick because we were talking about other stuff, but I agree. I will happily buddy read Fourth Wing. I think that would be a very fun buddy read.
Have you read it?
I haven't read it. I don't think Jayla's read it when we were talking about it yesterday. So I think like we both haven't just gotten around to it, but it's also the question of like, it's very, very popular, which I don't know, maybe that like stirs up the controversy of being like, is it really good? Is it just TikTok famous? Or like what's the thing? But I don't really have like an opinion either way yet.
I'm interested to see. Steph,
know,
have you read it?
Mhm.
What did you think?
I had a lot of fun with the first one because it reminded me of like classic YA fantasy where it has all those tropes and stuff. It's nothing like profound or groundbreaking. It's just like really fun. But I didn't like the second one, so I probably won't move on with the series.
Yeah, that's what I hear a lot of. Like the second one was not as good.
I have heard that too. But I think also my cousin was here a few months ago and was telling me about Fourth Wing and Iron Flame and everything, and about how like the second book came out very, very quickly after the first one. So maybe like Rebecca Yarros was like pressured to hurry and like finish the second one and like wrap it up when she wanted to like write, I don't know, more for like the third and fourth or something like that further down the road. It just seems like everything was like very accelerated by the timeline of like it being such a big deal on Book Talk and like marketing and whatever it might be. And also I know there were a lot of issues with like the special editions that rubbed people the wrong way, where it was like it's the same book but just black sprayed edges, and also now it's like $40 more, and also there's a bunch of misprints or something.
Yeah.
So
the third one does come out like a year from when, at least it's roughly a year, so there's definitely a longer period between the two.
yeah.
So hopefully that'll help. But I don't really care where the story is going for me personally, so I don't care about moving on. But I know some people really did enjoy it for the most part. Like a lot of people were giving it 5-star, the Fourth Wing 5 stars, favorite book, and then the second one they were just like, this felt like a filler, but I'm gonna move on because the ending has like a big cliffhanger and whatever. But it's just one of those things where I'm like, I don't care where the story is going. Like I had fun with the first one, and that's fine for me.
Yeah. No, for that.
Sometimes that's all you need, you know? Have a little fun with it. It's fine. OMG, cute idea. I come over for jacket making and we listen to the Fourth Wing audio together and make fun of it, hopefully. Hey, I would
making.
Yeah, Jayla and I made jackets, like lace jackets together. At least a year ago at this point. I don't know. Time is such an illusion to me now. I have not done booktube things and posted about it like forever, but we like if you take like a jean jacket and you just cut out like the back of it and stuff and lay like lace over it and sew it all together, it just looks really cute. And so Jayla had seen some of that stuff online and was like, hey, you know how to like sew and stuff, right? Why don't we do this? And I was like, I've been wanting to do this for years. Let's do it. And we made like 2 or 3 jackets for like some concerts and stuff that were coming up. So it was very fun. And then I was bugging her yesterday and I was like, come over and do jackets again with me because I have too many to make. And you like started this influence for me. So I need you to finish what you started. Do the honorable thing and come over and help me. So
it's cute.
Yeah. I do love just like, you know, plugging in an audiobook while I'm working on like a project, a craft project or anything. So I would be down for that. Hello. Hi. I haven't heard anyone say they liked it.
Wait, Jonathan, I never realized you're holding a frog in that photo.
Oh my god.
God. Is that edited or is that like it's not a real frog?
What's the story?
Oh, funny. Yeah, Jonathan, explain.
We're waiting.
Oh, the silence. Oh my god.
I don't know why part of me was like, why isn't he talking? You know, like, oh, that's not how this works.
He's been out of the game for a minute.
Apparently I can't spell, but the book is called My Dark Romeo with the enemies to lovers plus arranged marriage tropes. I'm Googling. Thank you. My Dark Romeo. My Dark Romeo. Okay, I see multiple like options, but this one's very cute, like this cover.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like not focusing that well, but
My Dark Romeo.
It's very cute looking.
It's hard to think My Dark and not think Vanessa. But
that's true. That is what I'm thinking of.
Did y'all read that?
I did not. Not yet.
I won't do it. Yeah, I can't.
Neither.
I respect it.
I love myself too much.
Yeah.
I'm really on the fence of if I even want to put myself through it. So I don't know if I want to say like never. It's not like anti-TBR, but I'm really leaning like I'm really not sure if I want to. I don't know.
Like I'd have to be forced, and even then. But what's the other book? A little life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
little
no.
like honey in
That
the
one,
gun.
yeah, like the strongest anti-TBR there ever was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big no for me.
I spoiled myself for that one so that my curiosity would not get the
Yeah,
best of me.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that.
And I'm glad that I did it.
I'm gonna
Just like
swim. Thanks for
just
that.
open Wikipedia and be like, so what happens? And just
Yeah.
and I'm done.
Yeah, I can't cry over Wikipedia.
Yeah. Hopefully. I don't know. They put something in that book. Everybody's crying all the time.
It's just tragic.
Yeah. It's just too sad. Hello everybody. Okay, I am freshly laundered and ready to read. Regarding Wing, I didn't really enjoy the first one, but the cliffhanger made me want to read the second, and I ended up enjoying that one a lot more. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I know there's definitely some people who do love Iron Flame even more. So I'm interested.
I know Carrie, who was here earlier, she's also really liking Iron Flame.
Real frog, photoshopped. It's a joke from another Discord. It looks good. It looks
I know.
good.
It's a really good Photoshop job.
We were.
I need the joke. Okay, me too. There's someone in the Discord who has a name, Froglet, and her picture is her holding a frog, and for whatever reason it became a thing that I was stealing her identity.
This is incredible.
That's so good.
Oh my god, that's really funny. I understand the merit of my Dark Vanessa, but the topic is way too triggering, so I will choose peace. That is that's self-care. That's self-care. I loved Fourth Wing, and I am loving Iron Flame. Oh, I do love that. Cool. Well, should we jump into a sprint kind of soon?
Yeah. What time did you?
Might be time.
How much time do we want? Let's see. It's 2:11 for me right now, which is what, 11:11? Make a wish, Steph? For you, right? I think. So you're just like, yeah,
making my wish.
Should we do like a
45?
somewhere between like a 40-ish minute, 45 minutes sprint?
Sure. I just did the Pomodoro kitty. You want me to?
That's perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm going off my tablet, so like doing timers is just a little weird for me. But if you can share your screen, I can share it. So that's great. Oh my god, I sold my copy of Fourth Wing for $120.
Make your money.
Bidding war. Oh my god. Wild. Okay, so we'll jump into a sprint. 40 minutes. The kitty is so cute. I love it.
I always make them look like my cat. So this one's Goose today.
Oh god. I didn't know you could customize them.
Yeah, you can do options, and then it has like these different ones.
Yeah, we chose the right person to do this one.
Oh my god. Thank you, Steph. This is great.
Oh, and then if you've never used the Pomodoro kitty, it does meow when it's over. So
that is true.
That's good to know. I'll tell you.
Okay.
Everyone prep for the meow. Just be ready.
I've been warned.
Okay.
Wait for it. All right, cool. Well, we'll see you all in about 40 minutes. Oh my gosh, that meow.
Yeah, it wasn't as loud, or maybe because I turned it down. It wasn't too bad.
It was so loud for me. I was sitting there like, I know it's coming soon. I know it'll be pretty soon. I know it. And it was like so loud. And I was like, the last few days when I wake up, my boyfriend also has a cat. So his cat will come and just like jump onto the bed and just be like right in your face and meow. And he's been doing that for the last, I don't know how many days.
Good God.
So,
It's a bit intense.
yeah, a little bit. Oh, also, Steph, you're still muted.
Oh, thank you.
So how'd you guys find it? The start of Elantris?
Imagine waking up ugly. You lived your whole life just like one way, and then you wake up and you're just.
Oh, are you talking about what's his face?
Rowden?
Yeah, things are not looking great for him. I genuinely like. Okay, so he's dead, right? This happens right at the start of the book, and he goes to this place called Elantris.
Yeah.
Where all these other dead people are. I wonder where the plot's going to go from here. A bunch of dead people in a city. Curious.
Could be me enjoying
Wait, where are you guys at in the story?
Chapter 2, we just met Sereni.
I'm in the same spot, I think. Like, I was having a little bit of trouble getting started. I started playing like fantasy reading music in the background so I could focus of something. But I'm like very close to... Oh, you're doing the audiobook?
Yeah, at the same time.
Oh, that's a good idea. I couldn't find it earlier today. I guess I didn't look that hard, but I'm in like the beginning of chapter 2.
It's on Hoopla.
I was looking on Hoopla. I didn't see it.
Oh, your library might not have the package. So if you have another library card for some reason, because I have a million of them, you can use other Hooplas. But
yeah, like Libby.
It's similar. It's just that basically instead of the librarians curating it, like because I buy for Overdrive at my job, instead of that being what you do, it's a curated thing on Hoopla's end. So your library buys a package. So they'll either buy the package of like everything where you can do TV, movies, music, and audiobooks and ebooks, or they'll just buy a really basic package, which typically is like some audiobooks, but it's mainly like music and TV. It depends on the library. But the cool thing about it is you get like, depending again on the library and the package, you can get anywhere from 12 to 20 checkouts and everything is instant.
Oh my God, that's not my experience. It's never 12 to 20. It's literally 5 a month.
Yeah, they have the really basic package.
Yeah.
Maybe I can sign you up for my library.
Yeah. I wouldn't try. I see Elantris. This is the cover, which also, by the way, it would be so hard for me to pick this book up if this was just the cover by itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm listening to.
This looks like one of those like really bad, campy, bad movies, like horror movies or something with this cover. But if I put a hold on it, I'm not gonna get it for like probably 4 weeks or something. But reading it physically is fine. I just like I haven't read physically in so long, so I needed to focus on gang. Like I had to like make myself do it. But I like it so far. I just feel like there are certain parts that just keep getting repeated like 3 times in a row where it's like, you know, like everybody here is so scary and it's so gross. And like it's like all he keeps talking about for like the whole first chapter. And I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
I know, it's so gross. Oh my God.
Poor peasants. Yeah.
He's like, everyone's poor. I can't believe it. And I'm like, yeah. But I do think, well, obviously I didn't know really anything about Elantris before we said like, hey, let's all read this book. But I didn't know, and I wasn't expecting the whole thing of like, if you get hurt, you're just hurt forever.
That sounds like a nightmare.
I know. He was like,
especially after just like I walked around in New York yesterday, and then afterwards I was like, wow, my feet kind of hurt, but I'll be fine in a day. And I'm like, imagine just walking and getting hurt.
and then just never going away, that feeling.
Forever. That is horrible. That is actual torture. They didn't need to do the hunger thing. Like, if you just like made someone walk or like punch somebody in the neck, then you were like, you have that forever. Like, I don't know. It's awful.
His stubbed toe. Just imagine that feeling forever.
He kept talking about it too.
Yeah,
and I was like, you know, honestly relatable with this arthritis.
That is actually true though. Like, if something hurts, I'm just like, this hurts. It still hurts. Like, I just don't stop talking about it. So he captured that feeling.
It kind of reminds me of Warbreaker. Have either of you read Warbreaker?
No,
it's reminding me of that in the politically vibe and the little marriage thing.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too.
The fact that she like still has to act as they're married. Yeah.
Imagine they're like, you have to. What was it? You like she can't dishonor him or something. She can't cheat on him.
Yeah.
He's dead. I think you're good.
They never even got married. Why did you sign this contract?
That's literally the opposite of most, like, you know, till death do us part, and they're like, no, with death we do not part.
Yeah.
You are still like included in all of this.
That's rough.
That's wild. Also, I thought it was just like, it was a very funny, like, cutting remark that she was like, he couldn't last 5 days of me traveling here. I'm like, yeah,
imagine.
Man.
You know, maybe it's for the best, honestly.
Maybe.
I don't know. Don't know what he's like.
Oh, I guess I'm further than y'all because I'm like halfway through chapter 3. But she is like suspicious of the way they're acting around his death.
Yeah, the fact that they're like so over it.
Yeah. I mean, I do think just in general it's very unique. Or like it's very weird in the sense that they're just like, he's dead. But like it's not dead in the sense of like he perished in an accident. It's like we're leaving him in the eternal village of suffering and stuff.
Yeah. I'm curious to learn more about how that works. But also I feel like her storyline could be really interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I love the idea of like just the political intrigue happening at the same time as all the other, like, you know, dystopian fantasy type of stuff happening at the same time. I think that'll be pretty fun. Oh my gosh, I'm about 100 pages into Elantris and I already had an apocalypse type nightmare with Elantrian sickness. This would be actually torture. I'm so sorry. This sounds horrible.
For real.
Oh my gosh. I like Serena a lot so far. She's pretty. Oh, also 100 pages into which, like, is it like mass market paperback? Is it like the big, like as big as your head one? Like, I don't know. Serene's gonna get into some shit, I think. She's a little rule breaker. I'm pretty excited for her story. I love that. That's very exciting. I do love a rule breaker. Did we already talk about this? It's on Audible if you have the subscription.
Oh.
Sorry, my dad just came in with 3-body problem and it's very exciting. He just came in like,
oh,
like, hey.
That's so cute.
Did we talk about this? It's on Audible if you have the subscription, aka you don't need to use the credit. I don't have Audible right now. My friend gifted me a like 1-year subscription to Audible, and then I never like double checked if like logging in or like doing something I had extra stuff during the time. So
is the year over?
Yeah, it ended a little while ago. So I like did it for a little while where I like downloaded a few things, but not when I was into the Brandy Sandy verse time. Okay, reading the mass market and listening to the audiobook. I feel like that is the move of like hybrid doing this one.
Yeah, because I would have gotten through like maybe like a lot less if I wasn't listening to the audiobook.
Yeah. I only got a few chapters in, and honestly, I am confused. I wish I could help, but I also don't. I don't know if we're at the same port or anything. But I wonder if it's like the political intrigue or the like, you know.
I'm always confused at the start of a fantasy. Like I literally never know what's going on, but I don't question it. Just
same. Yeah, vibe through the beginning.
Literally.
Throw it up to God, you know. It. What I'm meant to know, I'll know at the end.
Exactly. I'm a true believer in that.
Yeah, I'll know it or I won't. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, House of the Pronunciations.
Also, her name is Sweeney. according
Oh,
to
Sereni. Okay.
Sereni. Yeah.
Good to know.
Not how I would have pronounced it had I not had the audiobook.
Oh, wait. How did you pronounce? Because there was also a lot of slang that was in here. Is it Galadon and Raoden? Is that right? Raoden? Oh, okay. Raoden. And then Kolo, which is kind of like capiche? Like, you get it? Like,
What?
do you understand?
What was that word again?
Kolo, Kollo.
Yeah. No context clues for me.
And Sule, which is like friend.
I think so.
Yeah.
Dula and Duladen.
Yes.
Okay. Raoden. Wait, what is it? Raoden? Is that his name?
Yeah, Raoden.
Raoden.
I'm curious, like, because obviously the Cosmere connects in ways, but it's not necessarily like, I don't know, for example, Sarah J. Maas, where it's like really, really interconnected. I know that the Cosmere, it's like in the same universe and there's different planets, whatever. I'm just curious though how we'll see parts of Elantris within the Cosmere and like where we'll see it.
Yeah. Because I'm used to like, I feel like I'm scared I'm just gonna miss the reference and never understand.
Yeah.
I'm expecting Wit to pop up because there's this one character who pops up in all of the worlds.
Yeah.
So probably, I mean, I hope he's in this.
I heard he was, but I don't know.
Other than that, I don't know what the reference. I don't know whether to like check before I finish reading it, just so I don't miss it, or see it afterwards. I don't know.
I would guess probably after, so you don't accidentally spoil it for yourself. Because if they're like, oh, when like Raoden dies for the 4th time, is when like this thing happens.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe you're right.
I don't know. Every time I've tried to just be like, let me just learn a little something about this, they're like, this person's dead, this is how they die, this is where, this is who did it, the candlestick, Colonel Mustard. And I'm like, please don't tell me anything like this. I don't want to know. I just want to know like what was their favorite color, and now I know too much. It's just too much. Also, hi Julia. Hello. Should have during the last sprint. Thank you for coming. I went back to re-annotate some pages of Ruin of Kings. I'm simply going with the flow with this read.
It's another one that you just kind of throw it up and
throw it up. Let him take it. I never learn the names of side characters. It's always me going by context clues. I am so similar when it's like an audiobook, especially where I'm just like, who? I think I know who that might be. You say it a few more times.
It's all dependent on the type of side character, right? If it's like a side character that you only see every once in a while, I just like kind of figure it out after we interact with them for a little bit. Some of the side characters like feel important, so you remember their names, but like I don't remember a lot of side characters' names.
No, honestly.
No, basically, like every time we do like a book club discussion live show or something, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, I love this character," I'm like, "Yeah, who is that?" Or they're like, how did you feel about this character? I'm like, can you describe her role?
And it's not a good look. It's not a good look, but what can you do?
What can we do? It's a lot of info. It's a small cameo. Whatever.
Yes.
Wait. Okay.
Names. Does he have a different name in this book, or is it Hoyd? It's Hoyd in Mistborn, Wit in the Stormlight Archive. So.
Oh, wait, you mean like it's the same character, but they'll just have a different name?
Yeah. So he was really inspired by Robin Hobb, her character called the Fool, who's in every single Realm of the Elderlings books. So he was really inspired by that. So he kind of did the same thing. It's different because Hoyd, the times that I've met him, he's more of a silly character. The Fool is more of like he is a jester in starting out in the books, but he's like a more serious character. But have y'all read Trust of the Emerald Sea?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's like he's the one who narrates it.
Oh,
damn.
Interesting. I'm excited to read that one. You didn't love it, right?
Was it like a 3-star for you?
Yeah, it was like a 3.5, but mainly it was because of the narration style. I thought it was interesting because I just watched a video that my patrons pointed out where Brandon Sanderson did like, here's your introduction to the Cosmere, like his official recommendation of where you should start with the Cosmere.
Yeah.
Funny enough, Elantris is not one of them.
Not even there?
No, it's not even on the list.
Do you know what it is? I feel like it's because a lot of people think that if you start here as your first Brandon Sanderson book, you won't continue.
Yeah.
Because it's not that good.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So, he says Trust of the Emerald Sea as one of the introductions, which I think is such a funny thing, and I get it. It's because it's like a standalone, it's whimsical, it's funny, whatever, but it is so different than any other Brandon Sanderson I've ever read that if you went in thinking that that's how he writes, you would hate the rest, and you loved it. You would hate the rest of what he writes.
Yeah. It's like a bit fishy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's so odd. Because Trust of the Emerald Sea just came out a few months ago, right?
Yeah, I think it came out at the beginning of 2023. I think it was the first secret project to come out.
Okay. I forget what the name of the other one is, because I keep thinking it's The Art of Prophecy by Wesley Ju, and it's not.
Yumi and the Night Painter.
Maybe?
Have you read that?
No, I wasn't trying to read any of the secret projects first. I ended up reading Trust for that Goodreads video, but I didn't want to read the secret projects because I have heard that there is like a specific order that you should read them, but Trust was the one that like didn't fully matter, but it does have apparently a lot of Easter eggs, so it's a more fun read if you know what's going on, but it's still like obviously very easy to follow if you don't know anything about the Cosmere, like me, because like even though I've read a few things, I don't remember like I don't remember enough to be like, oh yeah, this is this.
Yeah, no Easter eggs were understood.
Yeah.
Hey.
I guess it's a little bit like that other Throne of Glass book, where you can kind of like read it in whatever order, right?
So, Blade of Assassin.
Something like that. I think so.
Oh, the one that is the novella?
I think so, yeah. It's like where you can read it like at the beginning or like second, or you can read it like at the very end.
Yeah, there's so many arguments about that. Although Sarah J. Maas just released a thing saying that she thinks the her ideal reading order for it is the first two books, then that novella bind up, and then going into the third one.
Have you read that one, the prequel?
Yeah, I've read the whole series.
Was it good?
Yeah, I really enjoyed my time reading Throne of Glass. I was really surprised.
I mean, no, Blade of Assassins, the prequel. Did you like
it? Yes, I read it. I enjoyed it. Yeah. It doesn't even read like novellas because it's in chronological order, so it just feels like a book that's jumping timelines.
Huh.
Last Blade. Assassin's Blade. Got it. Shortened.
Assblade. You haven't met them yet, but her uncle's name is Kian.
Elantris?
I assume an Elantris. Is it Elantris? Not Am I saying it like an American, like Elantris? But it's Elantris?
I go back and forth. I think it's Elantris, but I know I've said Elantris.
Okay. I'll try Elantris.
I'll try it. I'll just test out.
I'll try it, just see how we feel. Kian. Okay. Interesting. I feel like now I really need to get the audiobook because I feel like I'm going to pronounce everybody's name wrong.
I mean, who cares, right? Like, who's testing you?
It's fine. It's not a Rysand, Rysand situation where people are actually going to get mad about whatever.
Which one is the correct one?
I'm afraid to say. I don't know.
I couldn't tell you. I thought it was Rysand. Well, when I was pronouncing it, I said Rysand, and now I hear everyone say Rysand. So I think it's Rysand.
I think it's Rysand, but I could just be going off public opinion.
Yeah.
I think I'm very comfortable pronouncing things wrong.
Me too. I just don't care. Like, unless it's somebody's actual, like, real life
like, who's actually going to get offended?
Yeah. If it's a real person's name, I want to do it right. If it's not, then I guess it's not as important.
Fantasy? Come on.
K-Ice. Which is K-Ice. I hope I'm saying even the things that are like, it's said like this. Like, I hope I'm
And then
saying
you're still getting it
that
wrong.
correct also. As a person who reads next to no adult fantasy, this entire live show could be in another language. I can understand just as much of it. Oh, man. Honestly, when you're like Akatar, Assblade, Resand, it could be a different language, really. When I looked at the names in the book, I was like, oh, that is not how I thought these were spelled. Yeah, I think that's also my other thing. I read so much by audiobook that when I finally am like, all right, what are the characters' names to like discuss or whatever, I'm like, who is that?
Yeah.
I've just spent so long like sounding it out to be like, oh my god.
They make the sound so different to the way it's spelled that it's like, why did you have to do it? Like, why do you have to do that? You made it up and you made it difficult. Like, are you proud of yourself? Like, make it make sense.
I feel like it's just that thing of like when people want to name their kid like Michaela, but it's like Michaeleaych or something. And it's like
it's like, damn, that's a long spelling.
It's the most convoluted spelling ever.
Like, do you fit enough consonants in there? I don't know.
Just say you hate your child.
Just say it. They're not gonna be able to fill out their SAT. It's just,
No.
I don't know. It's high fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh man. Very fun. I mean, I feel like this is good. Like I've gotten enough of the like dipping my toe in. I'm on page 16 of the mass market that I'm, like I could be convinced to keep going. My little like fantasy playlist going.
What maps at the start of yours, Rachel?
I have one map, I think.
Did you have the full word? Is that how you say that? I've never said that out loud.
Forward. I had an acknowledgement in the front.
I have a forward.
Same.
Of this guy called Dan Wells just gassing up Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah, I skipped it. I skipped it so hard.
Read that. What is that about?
I think it's the 10th year edition, so they're like introduced.
Yeah, and he's like, "This is the best book I've ever read."
When he was talking about the freaking writers club.
Gassery.
Yeah.
Wow.
God.
Yeah, I skipped that.
Once again, couldn't be me. Just not possible. Don't do some to a lifetime of people mispronouncing their name. In my opinion, authors and parents can spell names as weirdly as they want as long as they are phonetically consistent.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good like mindset to be in. This is the only map that I have in my little regular edition.
I have this one.
Yeah.
And these.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think Steph, we have the exact same pages.
I think so too. Yeah. Is yours say like 10th anniversary on it?
Oh, inside?
No. Well, because mine says 10th anniversary. And 10,000 words.
Like what? If you want someone to read your book, maybe don't write that at the front. Like,
especially with this, like it looks like an advertisement.
It does.
Okay.
Where it's like now a new Netflix series and 10,000 words.
My one says revised definitive 10th anniversary edition.
Yes.
Mine's a bit more low-key.
We do have the same one, but you have a superior cover.
Yeah. I think I do.
They didn't want to ruin your cover with like a weird like book sticker looking.
Yeah.
They already ruined the cover with this art, but
I do like the Cosmere books though. The American covers look quite fun with Kaladin in front of the Way of Kings one. It's pretty cool.
Did you see the new Mistborn covers in the US?
No, I have not. Are they cute?
I don't dislike them, but there's nothing like that draws me to them fully. I kind of like the original ones a bit because I think I like the art a lot. These ones are kind of like shadow.
Whoa.
It's like the moon.
They're like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, they're quite jumpy. Let me take
Here readers. I mean,
is it usually a picture of Vin at the front? Like big.
Yeah. I guess I don't dislike these necessarily.
I like these ones. Are these ones you guys have?
Oh
Yeah, I
no,
like these.
I do like those ones, but the ones that I have are
The ones I have, well,
Maybe Vin
the
jumping.
last two are like these ones that are just like, bam,
They
this
look
is a
so
book.
sci-fi 90s.
I have these.
Exactly.
Ah, okay. Like, is this the first one of those ones?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the one I have
Yeah.
for
Ah,
Mistborn.
okay. Yeah, these are cute.
I just like that Vin is just so cute on them.
Yeah,
But I
she
like these, like,
is.
look at
I
how like
do.
fun and fantasy these look. Like,
Those are fun.
I actually think those are more consistent with the why am I blanking? The Way of Kings covers.
Which
Like they
one?
feel
The
the
colorful
ones
one.
that Rachel was showing that are fun
like
for
these.
Mistborn. Yeah, I think they're more consistent with what
Who is this man?
isn't that the Lord
Oh,
whatever?
the bad guy.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is the Bad Lord.
Yeah, bad lord. Got it.
Wait, isn't his name like Lord King or something? Like King
something
Lord
like that, yeah.
or
Lord
something?
King. Wow, I need to. Yeah, I don't remember anything, so definitely need to reread it.
When did you read Mistborn for the first time?
2020, and it was like my first Brandon Sanderson. That was my.
Okay. You did make I forgot you really quickly got through the Way of Kings series.
Oh yeah, I ate those up. I don't know, like now that I'm not in my reading era like I used to be, I don't know how long it's going to take me to read them, but I'm hoping like I can read them all before the new one comes out.
I was gonna ask if you are waiting for the fifth one because that's like the end of this arc.
Yeah, and then it's like 10 years before the next one.
Duh.
I'm gonna like I don't know who I'm gonna be. I could like hate reading at that point. Who knows? Like 10 years from now. Wow.
That's a very weird concept sometimes.
Do we
Yeah,
know what the fifth
think
one's
about-
gonna be called?
Yeah, I think it has a cover too. It comes out in
Has it?
November.
I only heard about the name, which I'm
They might not have a cover yet. Hold on.
Is it Wind and Truth?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, that sounds a bit.
Oh no, the cover hasn't come out yet. Yeah, Wind and Truth, Book 5 of the Stormlight Archives.
Ugh, I love the Stormlight Archive, man.
Brandon is so unserious. He'll be back before the 10 years are up. I know it.
That's so true. He's gonna write everything he needs to, and he's gonna be like, I guess I may as well just write this one early.
That would be great.
Have you, what is your, like, because I feel like people are very divided between the first two books in the Way of Kings series and the second two. Like, they either love the first two and then the second two are just, or the last two are just like fine for them, or did you just like them all consistently?
I think the third one was my least favorite, even though I really loved it. Like all of them are 5 stars for me, but it was Words of Radiance, which is the second one, which I loved. Then the first book, then the fourth one, and then the third one. Yeah, Oathbringer. Okay. The fourth one made me cry. So I don't think any Brandon Sanderson book has ever made me cry. So I feel like points for that, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Points for the tears.
Mm-hmm.
Yasmin, you're so real.
Don't know what she's talking about, but sure. I'll take it.
I would guess it's for not liking the third one as much or something. I don't know.
What do you guys think your, like, if you had to say now your prediction for Elantris, what you're going to think of it? Or like star rating, what do you think? Because I'm predicting a solid 3.5.
I'm guessing around the same. I'm thinking,
yeah.
Like,
like
such
dead
haters
on.
before we've even read it though. Like how none of us are thinking 4.5, no?
I don't want to set myself up for failure.
True. That means that if it's like good, we'll be like very impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Based on everything I've read about this book, and especially like when Jared was saying that, well, if you've read other stuff, this one isn't as good. It doesn't seem as good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's going to be a 3 or a 3.5.
Okay.
But that's not bad. Like, I was just having a conversation with Aaron about how there is such a huge difference between a good 3 and a bad 3, because there's like a good 3 where you were surprised by it. It was a good read. You would recommend it. You enjoyed it. And then there's that 3 that's like, you thought you were going to give this book 5 stars and then it ended up being 3 stars.
Yeah. It's all about expectations, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're expecting something to be really good, Red Rising, then it ends up.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you forgot that. Oh, tomato too. That's
Tomato,
right.
tomato, tomato, tomato.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you forgot you were in the room with the Red Rising lover.
Time for us to go, Steph.
Oh,
Yeah.
pain. It's fine. This is the heartbreak that Elantrians feel all the time. Like they get hurt a little bit and just
Yeah.
forever.
Maybe they're just built different.
They are different for sure, but
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
they
built
often
to
know
be
that they're in the minority. Just like me with the second Mistborn being my favorite. I don't know how many people agree with that one, but
Sorry, say that again. The second Mistborn.
the second Mistborn being my favorite, I just always hear either the first or the third being everyone's favorite. So
Yeah.
minority.
Well, I always hear that the third one, like the reason people love it so much is because it was one of the best finales that they've read.
That's
Which
where I get a little controversial because
okay.
I don't love the ending.
Okay, that's interesting. I haven't heard that yet. And I'm curious because I always do this to myself, but I have such high expectations for finales that I'm usually disappointed. And I am also a second book lover. So I don't,
So maybe you're gonna
yeah. My gospel is not that second books are fillers. They are.
Me too. I love a second book.
Me too.
Love a second book. Yeah.
Always.
Second book in a trilogy.
Ooh.
Yeah. Doesn't get better than that. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
it depends. It depends is my answer. It depends on the series. I don't know. I feel like certain authors have the middle book syndrome just because like not as much stuff happens or they're setting it up for the finale. But most of the time, I do enjoy a second book.
I don't know a time where I've ever thought a third book in a trilogy, the second book in a trilogy was the worst. Like literally, I don't think that's ever happened. I'm trying to.
Well, I guess it'll depend. I'm reading a series right now where I was like really hopeful for the second book and then it wasn't as good, but it was still like a 3.5. I still really enjoyed it, but I don't know that it's so much that it was the second book. I think this author just spends a lot of time wanting to leave you with an explosive ending, so she like kind of drops the ball a little bit throughout the book.
So she's doing it on purpose then.
Yeah.
Okay. What book is that? What book series?
It's I don't remember what the series itself is called, but the books are This Court So Cruel and Lovely, and then the second one is A Crown So Cold and Heavy, or A Kingdom So... They're all the same. It's a fantasy romance series. It's really fun. It's by Stasia Stark.
What was it called?
The first one is A Court This Cruel and Lovely.
Man, they did the classic formula.
Yeah, and then took it a bit further. That's a pretty cover.
Every single one. Wow. But the second one is like, it's fun, but it wasn't as good as the first one. But I kind of figured that because the second half of the first one started going to like this court politics that we didn't have in the first one. And I didn't like it as much, even though I love politics in a book, but I feel like you have to set it up right away. Mm-hmm. So I think it struggled from being a second book. I just think it's the way that this series was kind of set up. It was sort of set up to fail a little bit, but I still enjoyed it, and I'm going to read the next one.
Okay. Your review of the first book is so funny. You might be able to predict most of the things that will happen. I was having so much fun and truly just along for the ride. It's quite the endorsement, I think. Yeah. Exactly. Have you get past in the Joe Abercrombie? Did you get past the blade itself? Steph, I'm looking at you. I know you heard me. Get back in the frame. Get back.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No, I didn't.
The second book?
No, the first one.
You DNF'd the first one.
Yeah. I never finished it. Remember, I started it and then I just stopped talking about it because I was like, I don't want to tell her.
I assumed that you would finish it.
Well, I've been trying to get more. I'm trying to be more decent at DNFing. You
know, I respect that.
But you could have started later.
You didn't have to ask. I never brought it up.
my bad.
It's one of the few times, and I will say very few times, that you and I differed on something. So I think that says a lot.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'll take it.
Also, like, you didn't love Jade City right away, so I feel like this is fair.
True, but come on, that was a 4.5 stars. What more do you want? 4.5 stars versus a DNF.
I'm just trying here.
It's okay. No, I'll recover from this. Like, our friendship is still intact. It's okay. Yeah.
Where are you at in the series? Did you finish the series?
Of
the
Jade
trilogy?
Stuff? Of what?
The first trilogy.
I thought you didn't finish Jade Legacy yet.
Oh yeah, I did, and I loved it.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, if we're talking about Greenburn Saga, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. What are you
I'm talking about Joe Abercrombie.
Oh yeah, I read the trilogy and I haven't continued yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but the next one is supposed to be good, and it's a standalone. So.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew, like, Becca in the books, Aaron, Ashley, I think. Like,
read along, right?
Yeah, they're doing that read along.
I feel like I need to, like, Brandon Sanderson needs to be my focus this year.
Yeah.
And he's like, what, 20 books in the Cosmo at least?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Is that true?
Here I can open up my.
No.
Yeah,
wait,
are
like the Skyward?
Huh?
Oh no, Skyward isn't in the Cosmo.
Okay, at least.
It's not, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let me open up this bad boy.
Rachel is starting to question her.
I'm sweating. Like what? Oh. I've always wanted to read more, but I could not get into the Skyward book, so here I am ready to jump it all into the Cosmere. Okay, that kind of answered my question.
Yeah. The Skyward books are not on my list.
No, I mean, I ended up DNFing that series.
You loved it at the start though, right?
Well, I loved Skyward, and then I enjoyed the second one, but it felt very repetitive to the first one. And then the third one, once again, just felt super repetitive, so I gave up.
Was the third one like Cytonic or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those have really fun covers.
Yeah, they look really cute. I like them. I do have the first Skyward book.
You'll probably like it. It's very fun. The first one is very fun.
I don't know why I was like so dramatic, being like, "Oh, I can't believe I have to read this book I've wanted to read." If it's part of the Cosmere, but if there's 20 books, I don't know. Actually, the fact that there's Skyward's not included in the Cosmere actually makes me more worried.
Okay, so my Google Doc also has like all of the novellas and stuff in it. So with all of that, there are 29 books, but the ones that are actually like just core books, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
23 out of 29.
So almost all of that.
There's a lot of novellas, and like it might be, I don't know how people feel about it, but the White Sand is technically required. So.
Required reading.
Yeah.
Is that the I want to say graphic novel?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I could do that. The graphic novel.
You could do that. Easily.
That's fine.
Nothing will induce me to read White Sand. That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Carrie did. Yeah, I remember Carrie struggled with Jade City, but that's okay.
Sorry, I'm like very far behind on some comments. Nothing will induce me to read. I thought it said white and sorry, and I was like, what? Oh, okay.
I thought that's the one you draw the line at, but there's so many big ones. Or reread Warbreaker. Warbreaker wasn't that bad. I liked Warbreaker. It wasn't amazing.
The question is, when will Yasmin finish the first lot books?
I know, because I heard the last books, the last trilogy in that series is like amazing. So yeah, I need to continue.
I have heard that also.
Mm-hmm.
I DNF the Blade itself as well. I haven't given it a shot yet, but I really want to read it, especially because everyone's like, it's like a D&D campaign. I'm like, I like that. So I want to try.
Like Steph? What was your like? What was the main beef with it? With the Blade itself?
Well, this is like the thing. This is why this is why I hate myself, and like when people are like, when I don't like something that other people like, it's because of characters, usually 90% of the time. Like if I can't connect to the characters, then I don't know the point of reading the story. Because like I like plot enough, and obviously plot and world building and magic systems are really important in a fantasy novel. But like if I can't even connect to the characters, then why should I care about the world that they're interacting with and the politics that they're engaging in? So that's what's hard for me. So I didn't like, I thought, what's his name?
Glockta.
Glock?
The one who's like the torturer guy.
Yeah. I thought he had an interesting dynamic in the story, but like, obviously I just didn't connect to anybody.
I mean, they are all terrible people, and their inside like dialogue is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's no plot. So I was like, yeah, there's no plot until like maybe the second book.
Which usually I'm fine with because
Yeah.
I read a lot of books that are just no plot, vibes, and characters. But
this one was like,
yeah. I also didn't really love his writing style.
Okay.
But
Yasmin's trying to be so polite.
No, I'm okay. It's fine. It's okay.
Can you read the standalones without having been introduced to the world? Like obviously I read a little bit of it, but like can you read the standalones without having any context for
as in the standalones within the first world?
Yeah.
I mean first law? No. What's the
first
world?
law? Yeah, I think.
I don't know. I think the characters are introduced in previous books, but I don't know if you have to read them.
Okay.
But yeah, I think if you don't like his writing and you're not vibing with the characters, then I don't know.
Okay.
Because I don't see that changing.
Yeah.
Listen, it's our only. It
had to happen.
Yeah.
Like it was inevitable. I wonder when it's going to be the other way around. We'll see.
Listen, I loved that Emily Henry book though.
Which one?
Book Lovers.
Did you read You and Me or People We Meet on Vacation?
I did.
Rachel loves her favorite book.
She hates it. Yeah.
It's literally her favorite book of all time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man, when I said I was coming back to booktube, I didn't mean let me come onto a live and explain how much I hate this book again.
You don't need to. We just.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, we know all the tea about it.
That we do.
Do we though? Because I feel like I could explain it again. I don't know.
We don't need it.
I think I could explain it. I could tell you why you hate it.
Yeah, I could explain. I could definitely go into detail about it, considering I got many voice messages.
That's true.
That's so funny.
Honestly, it's the voice messages with Steph that like propelled me forward to be like, my voice needs to be heard on this issue because no one's speaking up about this.
Yeah. You're not the only one though. Jess didn't like it, right? Like she hated it, and
yeah, she also didn't like
hated it too, right? Like,
I don't remember.
I don't even know if she read it.
Who, Casey?
Yeah.
I remember like a trio of haters. It was you, Jess.
Maybe. I could believe it, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I just feel like most people don't feel the way I do. So. I tried to read People We Meet on Vacation twice and DNF'd it twice. Oh my god, I am so proud of you. That's our third. Our trio is complete. Oh my god. I'm very happy. Also Hanan said I'd say try out Best Served Cold. Interesting. I like Beach Read and not Book Love. Wait, why not Book Lovers?
People tend to like those two, but I
like together.
Book Lovers are not Beach Read, but usually those two are always like the favorites.
Oh
Not the
yeah, that's
favorites.
right.
If you like
I
book
forgot you
lovers,
didn't
you
really
like
like Beach Read that much.
You didn't?
No, I thought you
I didn't. Yeah,
didn't
I
like
didn't
it,
like
right?
Beach Read, but I loved book lovers.
Yeah.
So minority.
I feel like people don't like book lovers because of the sister dynamic.
Wait,
Oh, her sister
makes
pissed
them
me off.
not like book lovers.
I said I feel like every time I hear people give a review of book lovers and like why they didn't like it, it's because of the sister dynamic.
Why? I really enjoyed that.
Wait, her
Well, I
sister
did too,
was
but I
the
think
worst.
it's. Oh.
Wait, what?
Wait, her sister sucked. Her sister was literally horrible the whole book.
What?
Even after the redemption, I was like, you still suck. I could do without you. Like, you're horrible.
What?
I'm the oldest sibling. I didn't like the MC being so obsessed with her little sister's life. There we go. Confirmed. Agreed.
I mean, it's big sister energy. But
I don't know. I felt like her sister was just like, this is my story now. And like she just took over everything and I was like, this is not, why are you doing any of this stuff? Like she just inserted herself way too much into scenarios that had nothing to do with her and tried to like ruin things for everybody
do you
else.
like any Emily Henry books, Rachel?
Huh?
Do you like any of her books?
No, I still really liked Book Lovers.
Oh, that was the one thing that you weren't.
But I was just saying that was the one thing that really annoyed me where I was like, I can't give this a higher rating because the sister was just so annoying.
Book Lovers, yeah, perfect to me. No complaints. Literally no comments. Perfect.
Just returned and like, all right, there we go. A perfect book. I think Beach Read and Book Lovers are on the same level. I was just thinking about Book Lovers. I enjoyed it more than I thought. I feel like I was that way with Beach Read where I was like, I'm not sure based on like just the hype around it. But then when I read it, I ended up really enjoying it because of the like cute thing of like, we're going to swap genres and go on dates and stuff with each other or whatever. But my one complaint, I never have an Emily Henry book that has no comments. My one complaint with that was just that the main love interest's name was Gus, and I had a coworker who was like named Gus, and I just couldn't unsee him. It wasn't anyone's fault. It's just that I couldn't unsee him as the love interest for this. And again, no shade to that guy, to that Gus, but just like he was not leading man like what you would think of for that. He was like a 55-year-old man or something that like I worked with or something, and every time they were like, oh my god, Gus, push me up against the bookshelf and like do something, I was like, no, oh my god, this is horrible.
Gus, keep your clothes on.
No.
Yeah, I didn't really love Beach Read, but you know what?
What?
Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey was what I wanted Beach Read to be. Like what I thought going into Beach Read.
Do you love that book, Hook, Line, and Sinker?
I actually really loved it.
Really? Okay, I need to read it because my friend like loved Hook, Line, and Sinker. But I read the first book and I didn't like it. But I need to.
I'm the same way with. I didn't really like the first book as much.
Or sorry, I'm lying to you. What's the first one called? It Happened One Summer?
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed It Happened One Summer.
And then the second book?
I have not read that one. I just always get the title mixed up.
Okay.
But
that's what I thought it was gonna be. I feel like they're so different, both of those books.
Well, yeah, but that's what I thought Beach Read was gonna be, but then it wasn't.
Yeah, it's a bit sad. I think that's what I couldn't get with. I was like, the vibe of this isn't fun. I'm not enjoying myself.
You know, when I saw Beach Read, I was like, "Ooh, fun."
Yeah,
makes sense. I guess. Yeah.
But I did like the sisters. Yeah, I mean, it's funny for me, like with any romance, especially a straight romance, the guy is never really the one that I'm rooting for. I'm just kind of like, you're cool, I guess. But I just like the journey for the woman.
Yeah, I hear that.
Same.
Also, I completely agree with this. Wait, the guy in It Happened One Summer. Oh my gosh. But yeah, the sisters were cute.
I agree.
Well, I think I also loved it because she's modeled after Alexis from Schitt's Creek.
Yeah,
and
I
know you love Schitt's Creek so much.
So much. Literally the best. I can't wait to rewatch it for the millionth time.
I know.
Oh. Speaking of sisters, I think maybe because I have a complicated relationship with my older sister, really gooey relationships with sisters rub me the wrong way. Love it for everyone else though. Oh wait, I skipped one. The older sister inserted herself into her little sister's life. All her other inner commentary is so centered on the sister's life. Like I love my little sister, but she doesn't surround my every thought. And the sibling relationship overshadows the love story. I felt the same way. If we're talking about oh my god, what's the name of the book? Book Lovers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
In this house we stand, Alexis Rose.
Mhm.
There we go.
Yeah. That's one that we disagree with. The other way around. It happened one summer.
Mhm.
That's
There you go. You found it.
Yeah, that we did.
It came full circle eventually.
Also, there was a comment before that I wanted to go back to, because we were talking about like, well, this is about Rhythm of War.
Rhythm was
yeah. Back to the Russian I got from what is this?
The Way of Kings.
Way of Kings. Oh, okay.
I hear that.
But we were talking about like, what do we think about Elantris, like, or Elantris? Sorry, ratings and like thoughts and stuff. 4.25. But what do you guys think is the arc, the adventure of Elantris? Are they going to find the cure?
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm thinking. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I figure the main character, Serene, she's gonna probably figure out what's actually happening and that her husband to be isn't really dead. And then I think she's gonna be involved in like helping them come up with something. I just don't know how that's gonna work.
Only those two lines have to come together. So maybe she comes into Elantris as the only human, alive person there.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be the whole thing of like, if you're running the country alongside like who would have been the crown prince or whatever, but like in that position now, if she's able to like bring resources and stuff into Elantris and like change the way that it's currently like such a bad state, mainly because like obviously everybody's very like they're in pain and everything, but also they like don't get food and there's no shelter and there's like nothing for people. So I wonder if it will be more of the like cultural revolution type of thing or like general just like resource proposition to begin with before it's the whole like, now we have the cure and we can do it. Or if it's going to be, because like I really haven't read that much Brandon Sanderson. I don't know what kind of books he writes in terms of like how dark are they, how light would like a resolution really be other than the one Mistborn book I read.
So I don't think there's gonna have like a tragic ending. I don't see that for this.
Yeah, because I wonder if it would be like, does someone have to sacrifice themselves to get the cure, or like only certain number of people can be cured or something. So I'm curious.
I'm mind empty.
I was gonna say all I know is from Mistborn, like I guess he's not scared to kill people off.
Yeah, that is true.
But I don't know, this is his first book, so I have no idea. I have seen in the Discord chat that most people thought the majority of this book was really slow and a little bit boring, and then the later half of it like really picks up and becomes extremely entertaining. So now I'm interested. I mean, I'm already interested and intrigued by it because it feels so different than like the premise feels different than what I read. So.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. We have this religious political group that's going to sow hatred for them. And I'm like, gosh, I have no idea where this could go. Yeah, that's true. Like, in terms of how secretive it is, where they're like, we can't tell anybody that, like, the Crown Prince has become an Elantrian or something. I mean, I haven't gotten that far because I think Shay Monster was saying that there were like 100 pages in or something, so it might just be something we haven't seen yet. But
yeah, he always has religious elements in all his books. I feel like, especially Mistborn.
Mistborn. I think there was something in there, but I don't remember it super well.
Like almost culty.
I would agree with culty for sure. I don't remember all the like religion parallels, but I do remember the like Lord or whatever his name was.
I'm so curious now. Like What's his name? Lord.
Hold on.
I don't know. It was like
Lord Ruler?
I think
yeah, Lord Ruler. It was Lord Ruler. I was like, you're so unserious, really. Like
literally makes no sense.
he can come up with all these names that we can't pronounce, but then he's like Lord Ruler.
Yeah, that's where he dropped the ball.
that was a choice for sure.
That it was.
Oh my gosh.
That it was.
Steph, I know you had to go in a little bit, but do we have time for sprinting?
Yeah, I could probably do a 30-minute one. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let me change
The Pomodoro Kitty. Let's prepare for the meow.
the.
I don't know whether to switch from Elantris to my romance, because I mean I'm enjoying Elantris. Don't get me wrong, but
I
might
don't stop.
finish.
I would be interested to hear your results after the sprint. Also, Jack says, this is my first Sanderson book, and I'm about 50% in, and I'm a little scared of the Sanderlanche. What is the Sanderlanche?
So he is notorious for, I don't know, would you say it's like the last 20%, Yasmin?
Yeah, it's like non-stop.
Yeah, it's like nonstop action, nonstop plot, this reveals, this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Sure, it's fine.
Well, this one, I mean, it has to have a conclusion because
it's over.
Yeah, I mean, I know he has announced more recently that he wants to continue on in Elantris, but from what I know, this has a conclusion. So
yeah, so I'm sure that last bit will be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mistborn, like the first Mistborn book, had a very good ending. Like that was like one thing after the other. Like
yeah, it did. I was very surprised by that ending.
Yeah, and it took a while to get there though.
Okay, I'll start this timer.
Cool. See everybody in 30 minutes. Hello. Welcome
Okay,
back to Miss
Steph.
Friend.
Okay, Steph. Looking.
I got ready in that one, but
Are you going to work?
Huh?
Are you going to work?
No, Jared and I are going on a date.
Where are you going? You look so good.
You look so nice. Oh my god.
We're going to this coffee shop that serves like food and stuff, and then I think we're going to the bookstore.
Yay!
I got these new pants that I'm kind of obsessed with.
These what?
These new pants that I'm kind of obsessed with. They're like sailor jeans.
As in, you're wearing them now.
Yeah.
You get.
Can we see?
I don't know if you'll be able to see from.
Oh my god, sorry.
You could have handled it. So cute.
Ooh.
Oh, I love the pockets at the front.
Yeah.
Very cute. Yeah.
What chapter did you all get to?
Chapter 4.
Oh wow,
It's
I'm still in chapter 2. I had to pee during the sprint, and then I started getting really sleepy in my bed. So
Isn't it like 2 o'clock for you? What time is it for you?
it's like 4:30 almost. It's not late. I'm just still tired from yesterday, I think. But I have like one of those heated mattresses that I turned on before we started the live show, so it's like really warm and cozy over here.
Yeah, that will do it.
So it's nice, but I'm still making slow but steady progress. So at least it's something.
Yeah.
What
I got
thoughts on the book?
to chapter 5, like I'm like 5.5 in, and I'm now seeing the religious stuff a lot.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've gotten a taste of that in chapter 3. Yeah, that guy, I didn't expect 3 POVs, but the third guy is a bit crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm so surprised. Wait, I want to see how far away I am from chapter 3. Okay, I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow, I'm supposed to have read like 80 pages.
Yeah, you've already
wow.
I'm on page 60.
This chair, I need a new chair.
Is that the noise that came from the chair?
Yeah, it always. Yeah.
What's going on?
Really loud. Yeah.
Huh?
Just the chair itself. It's so loud.
Yeah, it's just the chair. It's old.
Mm-hmm.
It's old. It's creaky like an Elantrin.
I wouldn't last a second here. I can't. I just already feel like, do you know the pain stuff? I can't.
In chapter 4, they were talking about like basically once you get to a point in your time in Elantris, like you essentially just give up.
Yeah, like you lose your mind.
I wouldn't even have made it that far.
A whole year in pain. Yeah, couldn't be.
Always in pain. Oh my god.
That don't be me.
Well, I'm excited to get to the pain part, I guess. I'm still in the political intrigue part, which is still fun, but I want to know the tea, so I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I will say that I'm like intrigued by things. So I don't know, I'm having a good time so far. Maybe me not knowing that much about the Cosmere is helping.
Yeah. Also, like, I don't think any other book is set in this world that Elantris is. So it feels very new. Yeah. I will say every like world that he creates within the Cosmere is so different from the others. Like this one was so different to the world, the Stormlight world. What is that one called? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
They were very different magic systems. This one is not very magic-y. Other than the fact that Elantris is like clearly some mystical place, but other than that, it's not very like, I don't see a magic system. Maybe it's early days. Maybe we'll see one eventually.
Yeah, because isn't Warbreaker an introduction to part of the magic system in The Way of Kings? I've always heard that if you read Warbreaker first, it'll help you understand the magic system better. But
really,
that's what I've heard. But
I mean, I have a bad memory. I'm trying to think. Warbreaker, the magic system was like color based. Way of Kings, I don't know. Maybe when I reread, I'll realize the similarities. I don't remember. Yeah. I have a really bad memory. Like, it's fun when I get to reread things and like act like I've never read it before. But sometimes I just feel like such a fake fan. So I'm like, I remember loving it, but
It's kind of fun though to be able to like go back into books you loved and it's almost like you've never read it before.
Oh yeah, it's a great time, especially with TV shows. Like all of my favorite TV shows, I'm like, okay, if I wait 2 years, my mind will actually like completely wipe it
full
clean.
blank. Like
Yeah, and then the more I rewatch it, like The Office, right? I'm on my maybe 5th rewatch, and now I have to make the gap between them longer and longer each time. But like I forget it, other than like certain big things. But like it's quite the talent.
I did recently rewatch, well, up to a certain season because then I was like, this is ridiculous. But True Blood, I used to really love True Blood, the show and the books. I'll never reread the books, but the show, I rewatched it and I got up to the start of season 6 and then I was like, I've had enough. But I was surprised at how little I remembered of season 2 through 5 because the first season I feel like I think I did rewatch it once I finished the series because I'm notorious to where when I get obsessed with a series, once I finish, I have to go back and restart it
Immediately. Do you know what? That second watch is the best watch.
Yes.
Like the absolute best. Nothing beats that.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like I remember the first season well enough because I did that, but then I don't think I moved past that in my like initial rewatch for whatever reason. So like there was so much I did not remember and it was really fun.
That is fun. What was the gap between the last watch and then this watch?
I think I finished True Blood and then restarted like in 2017.
That is beautiful.
Oh wait, you've been rewatching it since 2017 or like?
No, I haven't watched it since then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I love that. I've rewatched too many shows last year, so I'm out of shows to rewatch. Like The Office, not that long ago. Schitt's Creek, not that long ago. Like all of my favorite shows, it's been like 2 seconds. Avatar: Last Airbender, 2 seconds ago. Like,
I really want to do an Avatar rewatch because did you watch Korra?
Yeah.
I only watched part of Korra, and then I don't remember why we stopped. But I want to get back into.
Did you enjoy it?
I really liked it. I liked all of it. It was all really, really good. I remember I was watching it for the first time ever in my whole life during the pandemic.
That's so fun.
And I liked it so much. It was like during, I think, like early 2020 or something like that. When I watched it, I was like, oh my God. It was funny because I would like make a comment about the show and then Saka would say the exact same thing. And I was like, my man, okay. Like, we're the same. Which was really, really fun. But I know Korra is like a little polarizing for some people, or some people like really don't like Korra for some reason. I'm not really sure like for which reasons necessarily, but
she gets a lot of hate.
I enjoyed it. I guess she's like more hot-headed, so she's like a little bit less I don't know. I wouldn't say like Aang is necessarily like easy to insert yourself into the story, but I just think like Korra sometimes makes bad choices. So.
Yeah, but she is a like fun. I think a lot of it is misogyny as well, though, because a lot of people are like Korra's not as strong as what's his face as Aang, but like really, and like I think like Avatar: Last Airbender is perfection, so obviously Korra's not going to be as good as Avatar: Last Airbender, but it's still really good. Like if I had never watched Avatar: Last Airbender, I would have been like, this is like one of the best things ever. So good.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it because I'm doing something. What's today? Sundays. So this coming Friday, my boyfriend and some of our friends and I are starting a new thing where like we're I talk about D&D a lot, so I'm gonna like very briefly do this, but we're doing like a D&D style RPG, but it's set in Avatar. So it's all like Avatar themed stuff where like everybody is like a bender of some kind or something. So
listen, I am up on the D&D now. Oh, because Jared started D&D.
Did you really?
In our garage? Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
I'm so intrigued by the idea of it.
I am, but I just don't know if I have that kind of commitment in me.
What, to like do the whole role playing thing?
No, like the length of time that some of the games can last.
Like how long? can they
I
last?
mean, I have friends at work that have been playing a campaign for like a year.
My campaign has been going for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
I'm almost done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
How do
and on top of that, the game itself, like when you meet up, hours.
It's like 3 or 4 hours of just playing.
what?
To be fair, it's like 3 or 4 hours of playing and eating snacks and joking with your friends like the whole time. So like it's not really 3 or 4 hours, but it's kind of.
You're telling me everyone in that group is still friends after 4 years?
Yep.
Wow. Oh, wow.
And for me at least, we meet up like every week, pretty much, and do that.
They meet every Saturday.
What? This is mind-boggling to me.
But I always want to say this because I feel like this is what scares people because they're like, I can't commit, that's too much. There are like things you can just do in like one night and it's over, or like 2 or 3 nights and it's over, and you can do it whenever you want. Like it doesn't actually have to be like a year long or anything.
You said your campaign's almost over. What determines it being
so
over?
I am basically just going off of like what the DM has said. It's so weird for me saying this because my boyfriend is the DM.
Ooh.
And we started dating after we like kept going and like doing D&D and stuff for like years and years and years together. It's not necessarily why we started dating, but it's also like we've been spending a lot of time together. So it's weird for me to be like, the DM said this, and I'm like, that's what my boyfriend said.
You're
Anyway,
like, let me get them perks.
the point is, he said like we're getting close towards the end game because it's kind of like, you know, all the characters have had their arcs. Like each player will have something that they want to accomplish or do, and like each person has kind of had their moment over the course of several different sessions, but it's all been like kind of like leading up to one big thing. So we're getting into like, you know, like Avengers is like, all right, every person had like their movie or whatever, but now it's like it's in game. I mean, the DM is the person who's like running everything, so it's usually their decision, but it's also partly influenced by the characters. Because like if we just are like, hey, we're gonna fuck around for like 10 more sessions doing nothing, then it's not almost over because we're prolonging it longer and longer and longer. But for the most part, like the person running it is the DM. They're the person who's like, you guys walk out into a forest and you see like, you know, everything seems fine, but you hear a weird sound from behind you. What do you do? It's like that's that person who's like telling you what you're seeing and like what you're doing. And then the people playing are the ones who are like, okay, I pull out my bow and arrow and I'm getting ready to like maybe attack somebody. And the other person's like, okay, I can talk with animals, so I'm gonna ask the animals like what's going on or whatever. So like those are the people who are deciding like what do you actually do. But the DM is the person who's like, as a result, here's how the world reacts, or like what other people do and like what's happening.
They're the world builder.
Yeah, exactly. They're the world builder. So they would decide like, you know, what's going on next. So he's also doing the Avatar one, like he's gonna be DMing it too. And I'm like, there are so many commitments we have now because he does a campaign, I run a campaign, now he's gonna run an Avatar campaign. And we've been talking about doing like smaller games and stuff when the big one finally ends. So it's a lot of commitment, I will say that.
Does sound really interesting though.
Yeah. It's very, very fun.
Jack.
I play a compact version of D&D and it's so fun, but I wish I had more time to complete the game. What compact version? I'm very curious for that. A 2-year-long cosplay readathon. I'm in a year's long D&D campaign. No, thank you.
This is me.
Yeah.
Oh, I promise it's fun. Oh, for Avatar. Oh my gosh, I totally like lost my own train of thought of like what we were talking about.
Korra.
For Korra, I think. Yeah. I definitely need to rewatch Avatar and Korra. I remember watching it as the episodes aired, and the Zuko arc would be changed.
Yeah. I will never Katara and Zuko. Yeah, Katara and Zuko. That's the only correct.
That's the only OTP of that. I mean, no, that's not true. But they are the OTP of that. I don't understand what they were doing at the end of Avatar: The Last Airbender with that. Like, that was unnecessary.
Have y'all read the comic books that like the show ends and the comic books take up where the show ends?
No, I haven't.
I didn't realize that they did it, and then I'm sure all of y'all know I'm a librarian, so I was like buying books for some of the kids, and I saw all of these, and I was like, oh my god,
Wait, they did?
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't. I did hear about them though. Is it a lot? Like a lot?
I think there are 9 that I saw, but I haven't. I buy the digital books now, so I haven't been looking at the physical stuff, and it's different for me now. But that was like 2 years ago, so they probably have way more than I even know of.
They imagine being in the children's section or something and reading like 3 graphic novels of Avatar and then being like volume 4 is in the adult section and then volume 5 is back in the children's section. You're like, what's going on?
Wait, is that what happened?
So lost. It was because apparently they did it. Yes.
I'm learning a lot of things in this call. Yeah.
It's such a shock. Sutara was supposed to be endgame. I don't understand. Zuko's arc is legendary, yes. I think because the studio asked the writers not to let Katara be with the bad guy. He was redeemed.
Yeah, and she also had her bad guy moment, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true. That would have, I mean, they bonded over that. I was told the dialogue was pretty cringe.
I have not actually read them. I bought them, and then I was like, I'm gonna let the kids read these, and then I'll get to them, because otherwise I would have had them all.
I don't know.
I understood her with Aang as a kid, but as an adult, yeah, it's obviously Zuko. It's Zuko.
Guys, I need to leave. I need to go to sleep.
Oh yeah, it's probably very late for you. Or it's getting to be.
Yeah.
That works out.
This was so fun though.
It was really fun. Thanks so much for coming to Sprint and everything. It's been so long doing it, so it was fun to all read a book together.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Of course, of course. I feel like everybody here is here from Steph's Patreon, so I feel like I'm just telling everyone like go subscribe to Steph, but like you know already
You
are.
really like her. Like she's so cool.
If you like Steph's Patreon, you'll love her YouTube channel. So,
if you love being in my Discord, you might like my videos.
So I hit that notification bell so you never miss one of Steph's videos. Yeah. But also, of course, please go subscribe to Yasmin because she's amazing and I love her so much and she's great. So,
absolutely.
Well, thanks for coming, everybody. Oh, hold on. We have more Avatar content. We can't leave yet. I also didn't appreciate the characterization of Aang and Katara's kids with all the sibling issues and daddy issues. It just wasn't a vibe for me. Interesting. Well, with that, now, with us concluded. Thanks for coming, everybody. And I'm going to end the stream. So, stay tuned on Yasmin and Steph's channels for all kinds of new fun stuff. And then maybe I'll also release a video one day soon. We'll see. But enjoy the rest of the Cosmere long readathon, year-long readathon thing. Maybe join a D&D campaign. Who knows? Maybe we'll talk next time. It'll be fun. All right, cool. Well, thanks for coming, everybody. And we'll see you next time. Bye.